the Djibouti Code, the Yaoundé Summit, the corresponding agreement in West Africa. And this is the broad picture. Nothing new, all right? As I said before, East Africa, Somalia, West Africa, Nigeria, Malacca Straits. Now, one may ask, is that all? And the answer is, of course, not. What I've done in the last 5-6 minutes was just scratching the surface. All right. What I described was just the tip of the iceberg. Even worse, all right. What we are looking at crime, which is called piracy, but we don't see it. Which means if you want me to give you the broader picture, now we're moving to seaborne crime. Cocaine from Latin America, traveling on ships, of course, to the GOG, which is a logistical hub, and then redistributed mostly to West Europe. Ivory, all right, which is exported, again in quotes, from East Africa to West Africa, and then towards East Asia, again, on ships. Arms trading from the Arabic Peninsula to East Africa, and from East Africa to the Arabic Peninsula, human trafficking, all right, unfortunately, women, females, slavery, all right, modern slavery. 99% of house aids, as they call it, in Saudi Arabia, they come mostly from Somalia, Ethiopia, and the Horn of Africa. Heroin, all right, exported from subcontinent, mostly Afghanistan and Pakistan, to the Horn of Africa, processed, again, the logistical hub, and then redistributed towards Europe and also East Africa. Now, this last one is the most interesting. It's a $2.5 billion a year, and nobody speaks about it. That's why I said we may be looking but not seeing. And this is the IUUF, the illegal, unregulated, unreported fishing. That's massive business, both in West and East Africa, right? Fisheries, exports towards, again, Europe and China. And just to give you an understanding of the geography, global herring flows from Asia. Again, I've marked on my slides the hotspots, West, East Africa. Global cocaine flows, the GOG, as I said before. Global human trafficking, nothing new. I've already elaborated on it. Illicit trafficking of firearms, another big business, right? Billions of dollars a year. Seaborne trade again. Ivory trade towards East Africa, very seaborne trade. And out of sight, out of mind. Why? And why I keep saying we are looking as a community of stakeholders, but we are not seeing. This again comes, this matrix comes from the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. I've worked for a couple of years as a contractor for these guys, and this is a lineup of different types of organized crime, transnationally organized crime, right? Over here you have the turnover to the order of billions, all right? Drugs, for instance, 320 billion a year. The supply chain applies to, that is directly related, linked to the trade of drugs globally, 320, almost $500 billion. That was produced in 2011. Nowadays, it's more than $500 billion, all right? Human trafficking, that's $31 billion a year, and that was before Syria and Iraq, way before Syria and Iraq, all right? So you are looking at, nowadays, you're looking at a multiple of these. wildlife, ivory trade, blah, blah, blah. IUUF, and small arms, light and light weapons. Why am I showing you this? Well, this chart will help you understand. Before I explain, before I comment on this, two things on the chart. First of all, notice that the y-axis is logarithmic scale, which means 1 million, 10 millions, 100, 1 billion, and goes like that. And this, where is it? Over here, the pirates' turnover over 5 years, while these bars are annual profits. Blue bars, annual profits. This is cumulative and logarithmic scale. So basically, this red guy here is a dwarf. You can hardly see it. The only reason we can observe it is because this is logarithmic scale. All right? If you see in 5 years, the Somali pirates basically scored something like $400 million. These guys, forget about these giants, illicit arms trading on an annual basis, all right, scores like 1 billion. On an annual basis, these arms smugglers, they score twice the turnover of Somali pirates over a period of 5 years. And yet, this is a vortex issue. You have to ask yourselves, how often in the last 10 years have you heard, have you watched 9 o'clock news or anything about piracy, and then over wildlife, IUUF, and the rest? All right, the frequency we are bombarded with vortex issues on Somali piracy is a multiple of the frequency we get to know about these crimes. And basically, this is my presentation. I thank you for